Hi, my name is Andy King and I'm a professor of strategy at the Tuck School of Business at Dartmouth College. I've been teaching strategy for nearly 25 years in business schools including Harvard, New York University, the University of Michigan, and for the last 15 years at Dartmouth College. We've developed the strategic thinking course to help you and your company navigate and succeed in today's complex and dynamic world. The course is modeled on the flagship strategy courses I've taught over time in Tuck's MBA program. The word strategy comes from the Greek word for generalship, and the goal of strategy is to win. But that doesn't mean that you're going to beat your competitors necessarily. You may want to cooperate with them or work with them. Your job is to win relative to the pressures of the market to drive profits to zero, what economists call the zero profit dilemma. You can win and your competitors can win. Your job is to maximize your profits. And to do that, you need to be able to define and execute a sustainable strategy. In this course, we'll help you understand how to do just that, position your company to win profits. It's a highly interactive class. We will use case studies to understand key strategic issues. We'll use a simulation, and we'll look at a variety of industries. I will introduce a strategic framework I developed and called ICONS. ICONS actually comes from my students at Tuck, who are both my greatest critics and my greatest inspiration. They, over the years, have pointed out that in their interviews with consulting firms or on their jobs when they're time pressed, they want to have a template that they can remember the core strategic foundations. That template is ICONS: industry, capabilities, organization, novelty, and society. And I hope that it will give you the ability to have a foundation upon which you can use all your own creativity to find a great solution for the strategy of your firm. Specifically, in this course, you will learn how to evaluate industry conditions to understand how they affect profitability. We will look at the dynamics in industries in a number of different industries, from car sharing to telecoms to others. We will assess how to evaluate a company's capabilities and competitive positioning, and we'll do that by looking at two fascinating cases: the Irish airline Ryanair and the Italian motorcycle maker Ducati. We'll determine which functions and products and services are better done in your company versus contracted out to others. And we'll do that by looking at an interesting tension between Disney and the creative producer for them, Pixar. We'll also think about the design and structure of market platforms by looking at the interesting conditions in the Indian dating market. We'll weigh the implications of new types of competitors and technologies that could impact your company, and we'll study the different types of industry disruptions that are affecting industries now. To do that, we'll look at the often misunderstood circumstances in digital electronics, and particularly at the story of Kodak and Fuji. In an area that is one of my areas of special expertise, we'll think about how larger trends such as climate change can impact your business and what you can do about it. And to do that, we'll examine how companies like DuPont responded to the first major climate crisis, the disruption of the ozone layer. We'll think about how they went from being players in a game to rule makers of the game itself, and how that affected their competitive position. Finally, we will integrate all of the learnings with the capstone case on Tesla. We'll explore the strategic factors that could influence Tesla's chances of being successful in the future market for vehicles and electric vehicles. This is one of the great areas of change and analysis these days. And we will think through all of the different issues, the strategic issues that could impact whether they're a success, or whether they're a huge success or a failure. In each of these cases, you will have the opportunity to grapple with important strategic questions, both as they apply to our case studies as well as your own experience. A central part of the course will be applying the strategic concepts that you learn to your own organization. We'll help you hone your strategic thinking skills so that you can better guide your firm, whether it's a large enterprise or a small startup. So come join us for an action-oriented 6 weeks exploration of strategy. I'm very excited to help you build your strategic thinking so that you can position your company to win profits decisively in the marketplace.